Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you all to the second part of this week's episode of the Analytical Eye Show. I did again apologize about this two-part episode, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't make it too long for you guys because, like I said, I wanted to make sure that they were easy enough for you guys to access, and so it wasn't taking up too much of your day. I was thinking about it just keeping it all together as one, but I wanted to make sure you guys had a chance to see me voting. If you hadn't, go back to the first part of this week's Analytical Eye Show and see it. Get informed about it and make sure you vote. So let's continue our discussion. Here we go. And then I was watching. Let me get this cat's name. He's on my Snapchat, and so I just have it. What's his name? Late Night with Seth Meyers. Yeah, Seth Meyers, which is another one, but I won't go there. But I was watching this show, and he had a clip from Donald Trump, and he couldn't even handle the 60 minutes. How can you be the president if you asking her to go easy on you? Really? Quit playing them cat and mouse games, Trump. And then he also said in a clip from one of his campaigns that he should have that COVID is over. Dude, you just got diagnosed with COVID and you talking about it's over? What world are you living in? I don't get it. What is this man thinking that COVID is over when you just got diagnosed with COVID? You were tested positive for COVID, at least from what you're saying to us. And then he came out with all those damn doctors on the front stoop of, I think, the Capitol or the damn hospital, and they did the Trump president's doing fine and everything. I didn't watch the clip. I just seen a little in the trailer of one of their their campaign videos, they showed it and everything, and I was just like, I'm pretty sure that's what they said. So I'm just going based off of assumptions. And then I'm not sure if it was in that same campaign, but then in another campaign, another city I believe it was in, or if it was in the same city that he had this campaign in this year, he also said, I'm tired of hearing about COVID. I'm tired of hearing about COVID this, COVID that. Every time I hear it's COVID this, COVID that. Everybody's so worried about COVID. I wanted to say, of course we're worried about COVID. What the fuck else are we going to be worried about? What else do we need to be worried about? Yes, we need to be worried about the injustice of African Americans. Yes, that's another thing. Yes, deeply, rootedly. We need to be worrying about the African American women being treated within so much injustice. Women's suffrage, black women's suffrage. Yes, deeply, rootedly. Black men, deeply, rootedly. Yes, there's other things to focus on, but this is like the icing on the cake for what we should be focusing on. How could you say that to us, Trump? That is so disrespectful. That's so trifling. That is so, it's not even hurtful because it sounds so fucking ignorant for you to say it that it like blows my mind. It's like I'm looking up at God like, God, do you hear your son right now? Do you hear the creature you created? And I want to say that. Like, God don't make mistakes. And I'm not saying he made a mistake with him. Because God puts everybody, whether it's full of ignorance on this earth or not, in all of our pathways for a reason. That are in like basically presidents or whatever. But it's like, oh my God. I want to be like, oh, damn, if I was God, I would change this world up real fast and quick for Trump. But, that's why God is God, and I'm going to leave that to him. But I was just so stunned when he said that because it was just like, how could you say that that COVID, you're tired of hearing about it? And then his Trump rallies were saying, be quiet or enough about COVID, enough about, they're chanting this, and it's like, what world are y'all living in that your president that you just supported just got COVID? And then a couple of weeks later when I think he did this campaign, or even before he got COVID and did this campaign rally, you guys, the same ones that found out he got positive, he was tested positive for COVID, was the one sending an email saying, oh, President Trump, I hope you feel better. But yet this was the same one that said the COVID ain't real, COVID is over, we got it contained, and everything was good. And then this how the biggest bottom thing that for me, like my mama says, everybody's with you when you're up, but when you down, they're nowhere to be found. I remember the same day that Trump posted that he tested positive for COVID. Not before even the business day had started when he made that tweet. The New York Stock Exchange, the Dow, everything took a hit. You want to know why? Because corporate people, they were taking their money out of New York Times. The New York Stock Exchange. They were taking their money out of the Dow. They were taking their money out of the stock market because they was like, oh, fuck this. Trump's sick. Bye. Bounce. We got to go now. See Trump. That's how you know people don't really care about you. Because when Trump was about to be down and out, them motherfuckers was nowhere to be found. They were taking their money and putting it back into the Chinese and Japanese stock exchange and pulling their money out. And I was like, hallelujah. Because that's what this man deserved. Because like that saying goes, when you're up, everybody's around. But when you're down, no one's there to be found. Well, my mom said something a little different to that effect, but I that's how I say it. And I was just like, see, Trump, these motherfuckers really don't care about you. As long as you put money in their pockets, they don't care. But I bet you right now, if you were to lose all your money, go bankrupt, which you need to pay your damn motherfucking taxes. Hell, you want to talk about raising our taxes and shit like that and making it easier on corporations, you need to worry about your motherfucking taxes. But if your ass was down in the street in the gutter right now with only a penny, $1 to your name, like Ned DeWino off of Good Times, your ass would literally, they would take all that, bruh, they would create a new United States. They would leave Trump here by himself, and we'll put his ass to work in them damn cotton fields. That's what we would do. And take that little wachoo. Hey, yeah, that boy, I got my 40 acres in the mill. Get your ass out there. Get to work and pick that cotton. Boy, pick that cotton, boy. Pick that. Tie that boy up to that tree. You want to be a runaway slave? And then we, just saying. But that's all I'm saying. Now, moving forward to my last thing. Now, godly, my apologies, y'all. Hold on. I used to have a water bottle that I got from Burlington that literally didn't leak, at the bottom because it was insulated or something like that. But this cup does a lot of it, so sorry, my bad. I had to get a napkin. I got electrical shit around here, as you can see, so I don't need nothing getting wet and fucking up because it all costs money. I'm sorry, it is so good. And I would love to eat the ice right now. Hold on. I love drinking ice. I'm like Tina Turner. I might have to look up that condition where it talks about Tina Turner. Like, my mom said Tina Turner was one of those people that love to just eat on ice. And there's like a condition for it, and I love eating on ice. I love eating on like lemons, limes, and shit like that. Trust me, I have some great concoctions that you can do, like lemons and peppermints. Woo! Some lemon, limes, and salt with the little Mexican salt that you get there at the store, in this little silver bottle, and then you mix that with some of that lime and salt in a little pill bottle. Or you take some of the little Kool-Aid and mix it with that lime and salt. Woo! Baby, don't get me started. Or you put on your little grapefruits and shit. Don't get me started, y'all. I'll tell you, I got some concoctions up out in here. So, but yeah, I need to get a new insulated thing because this thing is, just not all that well insulated anymore. But I do love this cup. It has my here we go with this dripping water again. It has my all these different things that describe a Gemini because I'm a Gemini. So then don't say nothing about a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. All right now. Yeah, but I'm a Gemini. It's got all these different things on there. My birthday is June 9th, so if y'all ever want to cash at me, just let me know. Matter of fact, my name is my Javier Vassal, and y'all just have to cash at me some money. Hey, I'll take some cash up now, shit. A brother love free money. But anyway, on to my last notion, because obviously I've talked about this before, and it's still something we have to talk about. And that is my brother Ice Cube. Now, I was watching the Cocktails with the Queens. Cocktail with the Queens. It's on Fox Soul. If y'all don't know what that is, I never knew what it was until a couple of weeks ago. I heard of Fox Soul before, but I didn't ever really pay attention to it, nor do I really care about it. But it is about celebrating black people, so I like it now. I don't really pay attention that much to it unless it has something to do with something that I really care about or I can add to my show, because I got a lot of things going on, and I ain't got time to be listening to the drama that has nothing to do with nothing that's not important either about this election, about fighting for black people or fighting for our peace of mind or for the Lord or for our craft as just what we are as human beings. So just wanted to say that. But I will say this. So for Ice Cube, as I mentioned, y'all know that Ice Cube is being reprimanded by African Americans right now, us African Americans, and I already gave my position that I am on his side and I do agree with him for trying to get this, it's called the contract with Black America. And so I was watching the Cocktail with Queens, and so there's a lot of women out there right now that are really kind of irritated with Ice Cube, and as far as African American women, because there's nothing in the contract written which you can view the contract, and I have yet to view it, which I'm gonna have to read up on it, and I read it to its entirety, and there's no really specific section for black women. Now, here's the thing. Here's my position on it. I felt, because what Ice Cube's response to it was initially that black women are black people. And so I'm all for women's rights. I'm all for ending women's suffrage, especially black women's suffrage. If anything, that's my main goal, is black women's suffrage. But I felt like after watching that, it was very unappreciative, because when he said that black women are black people, they got onto him because they specifically said that no, black women aren't black people, and we need to have specific laws tailored for us. You, Ice Cube, went to them on our behalf, so why is there not an African American section in there with our wants, needs, desires as for what we need? So when he said you are black women, he said no. I mean, you are black people. You black women are black people. So then they're like, no. And I feel, here's my position. I'm all for it, but I feel that if women want to be equal as men, there shouldn't be laws specifically tailored for you. As far as now listen to me. As far as things where you do have certain needs, wants, and things that need to be placed where you guys deserve them. I do agree with that. But in order for, if you want society as a whole to, and which is basically when you say society, mainly men, to start taking into an account, to start treating you just like we treat our men, which is basically equal, and not being taking control over your bodies or anything like that, there shouldn't really need to be a woman's section mentioned in the contract with Black America. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I see where you're coming from, because there need to be laws specified out so that way you guys are not left unheard. And because the thing is when a law is made, it's mainly tailored for men. Obviously, as you can see in the Constitution, you guys didn't have no rights, because it specifically said men. However, if we, instead of just saying men in this contract, which I hope it does not say men, it says black people, then we're talking about black men and women. And I feel that when you start specifying things of what men need and then what women need, you guys are segregating yourself from the race as a whole, or from the human race as a whole. So then you guys are not going to be treated equally as you guys so well deserve and should be treated. And that's how I feel. Because you got women, black women, you deserve every single right, want, need, and desire that should be tailored specifically for black women. But I feel in my mind, looking at it on paper, is if you guys have a section for you, then these other laws are mentioned for black men. And then every other law does not tailor to you. So the only things that are mentioned in your section is what you will, meaning everything that's mentioned in the women's section is your wants, needs, and desires. And everything outside of that does not apply to you. So I think if that was mentioned in the contract, as it so well is deserved, it can come back to backfire as we're not treating you as equal, and men are you aren't being heard. But I do agree with you, black women, that should be a section. See, I'm on both sides of the fence. Because, like I said, there is good and bad in everything. And I do agree there should be a section. Let me tell you the reason why. It's because I'm tired of women, black women, saying men are voting for us. Men are telling us what we should do with our babies and when we get pregnant. Men are telling us what jobs we can take and what we can't take. Men are telling us what health care we can have and what we can't have. Men are telling us what we do and what we can't do. Men are telling us this. Men are telling us this. Men are telling what we eat, think, and feel. I looked in that whole entire Trump cabinet when they were talking about women's rights, and there was not one single woman, not even a white woman in there. So I do agree that there should be something made for you guys in this contract. But then when you guys sat up there and said, why don't you put in the contract, Cube? He specifically said, in which there's an option for all of us as African Black America to do, is we can put our input in on this contract. He said, why don't y'all do that? Then they said, whoa, you the one that went, why do we have to create it? You the one that went to the administration. You're the one that is going on our behalf. So why don't you write it? But wouldn't that be a man writing what laws and things should be provided to you? And then there goes, oh, well, then that's where the play goes in. Well, oh, it's men writing for us, men writing laws for us and what we should be doing with our bodies, what we should be doing and what we deserve. But when a man is telling you, why don't you come in on the contract with me and you put your input in on what you need because you're specifically a woman. I, as a man, can't tell you what you need, think, or feel, or whatever. Only you can do that. But if you are going to put your hands up after I've offered you a way to write a section in this contract for us, and you don't take me up on it, and you're saying, oh, well, you're the one that's going to the front lines and telling them this is what we need, this is what we da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, so you should be the one to write it up. But then it wouldn't be too 100% authentic or true of what you guys need because he's not a woman. He's not in your shoes, so he don't know what you truly, truly need. We know what you need, but there's some other intricate, detailed things that you guys need that we can't voice but you. So I was kind of a little irritated by that. On both sides of the fence. I see why you guys need it in the contract, but I hope you can see my vision as specifying just specifically what a woman needs, which is nothing wrong with that, and what laws need to be met for a woman. I feel like in a way, and this is from what's happened in the beginning of time, because men specifically segregated themselves as being powerful over women. I agree with that. So I feel like it goes back to the beginning of time when laws were first made, and they specifically were only tailored to men instead of saying as a human population. Kind of like in the Constitution where it says all men are created equally, and then there was something about men only being 1/3 of a white man being said, and then they finally added women. They added a law for women's suffrage and everything like that. So I do agree that we as the men, whether it's black, white, Mexican, whatever ethnicity it is, we have segregated ourselves and put us in a position to rank over just a little bit higher than you as women. However, in order to break that mold, instead of putting in there men or women, let's just put people and specify the needs of every true African American, whether you woman or man, because it's common. We should have common sense to do that. And we haven't been, whether we're black, white, Mexican, the laws that are created, whether it's in Africa or here in America or China, as men and women, we have been segregated by the ethnicities and the genders. And we should stop doing that. And if we're going to just continue to allow this invisible segregation of the genders and races to happen in this contract, then you as women need to come to the table. Since Ice Cube is offering you guys a way to give your input on what you feel that you need and what you think you need and what you know you need and what you want and desire into this contract, then you guys need to sit down and put your input in. It's not that hard. And then what he will do is because you women, you're the experts on women. Women, you're the experts on women. Men are not experts on women. Although we try to be, well, not me, but some other men like Trump try to be, which I don't know how. He acts, which in some cases men act more emotional than women, i.e. look at the wars that have been created over women and drugs and money and power and shit like that. Because I do think men are more emotional and more disabled than women. Let's just be honest on that front. But I feel that In order for you guys, because you guys are the experts, you guys need to have your input too. And what Ice Cube can do is form his own cabinet and take you guys to the table with the people he's talking with to be able to better talk with them. And that's how I feel. And then a lot of people are irritated because they're saying, well, he's working with Trump, he's working with this, oh, he's rooting for him. No, he's rooting for bipartisan. And for all my black people that don't know what that means, bipartisan, when you say bi, remember when you say bisexual, you're for both sides, men and women. It's the same thing, but bipartisan means party. Partisan is party. So Democratic Party, Republican Party, and the Independent Party. Ice Cube is independent, which means he's in the middle like me. So, and I don't even involve myself to the Independent Party. I'm independent to myself. So Ice Cube is in the independent mix like me, but he's bipartisan by working with both the Democrat and the Republican side. It just so happens that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden didn't reach out to him, and they said they would. And then when it came out conveniently that the Trump administration put out there that Ice Cube was working with them because they knew it would cause some controversy and they thought they would get some more black votes, which that would not work. And they think that Ice Cube was going to the other side. They did that, and then Kamala Harris and Joe Biden came out and said, oh, well, he never got on the phone. Wrong, because you guys were supposed to fucking give him a goddamn call because he doesn't have your number. He talked to your representatives, and your representatives have his number and his representatives' numbers. So your asses should have given a motherfucking call back. So let's be serious on that note. And then on top of that, how many times have we heard from politicians and government officials that were going to be soon elected in office that soon after Joe Biden wins the election, we'll get a call back? How many times will we continue to get that call back? How many times are we going to continue to allow them to continue to say, well, we'll reach you after we win the election? You know how many times we get that and they fall short on our notices every motherfucking time? Because I'm sorry, I do agree. Kamala Harris, whatever her damn name is half black, but she ain't Negro. Let's just put that out there. And she do got a white man. So let's just put that out there too. And then her boss is a white man. So we don't really see eye to eye with him on a whole lot because he white, we black. Two different things, boo. So let's just put that out there. And on top of that, after Ice Cube reached out to both parties, he sat down at the table with Joe Biden's representatives. They said, okay, we'll talk to Kamala Harris and everybody. Then they got on the phone with their representatives and said, we'll give him a call. Didn't hear nothing back, but heard something back from the Trump administration. And like I said, sometimes you do have to dance with the devil a little bit to get at least an inch of a notion. And who's to say if Biden loses, we still have to deal with Trump for 4 years. So we have to figure out some type of plan to be able to, once Trump gets out of office, we have to hold everybody accountable and press everybody. So whether or not Biden wins the election or Trump wins the election, we have to press every single government official for black people specifically. So if Trump wins the election, we still have to press him for black people. And we haven't been, like Ice Cube said in the Cocktail of Queens, we haven't not been pressing him. The American people have been pressing him, but not specifically for blacks. Immigration, kids being in cages, that ain't got nothing to do with black people. Ain't got nothing to do with black people. Yes, we have been in cages before. Yes, we have been, the immigration and shit has been tailored to us before, during slavery and all that stuff like that. But not currently. That's not our issues right now as black people. Our issues as black people has nothing to do with them kids in cages, not to have to do anything with the damn immigration laws, has nothing to do with, taxes, all this other stuff. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Our issues are police brutality, women's suffrage, racism, and our prison systems incarcerated and overfilled and overcrowded. We don't have the necessary equipment and necessities and jobs and assistance to be able to get out of the wealth. And then they're saying, oh, well, what is Ice Cube going to do with the $500 billion? First of all, it's not Ice Cube's money because he's not even going to be receiving any part of this. He's doing this on the behalf of black people. And for all y'all to sit up there and he's from South Central, brother, come on now. And you really think Ice Cube is for the white man and for Trump and everything like that. And so I feel that you guys need to understand he's doing this for us. And you guys, we all collectively as black people need to come together for this. And understand that Ice Cube, whoever is going to come to the table is going to come to the table and talk with him. But we have to press we have to deal with whoever will come into office next. for every politician that's running right now, for every politician that's going to be elected soon. We have to deal with them. So we need to press every single body, whether you are Republican or Democrat or independent. And I hate everybody, especially these black people that say, oh, well, we don't like Trump, so we're not going to work with him. It ain't about working with him. We have to press him and his constituents and everybody else in office specifically about black people. And I've yet to hear, which I agree with Ice Cube about, because he also mentioned that the Biden administration has a Lift Every Voice plan, but it's for minorities. And last time I checked, there is a Lift Every Voice song, but that's black people created that. Not Mexicans, not Hispanics, not anything but blacks. And when you look at, yes, Trump says I have a $500 billion plan for ICE for Black America. But I connected that after I knew that Ice Cube mentioned the $500 billion and the whole quote-unquote leakage of it all happened coincidentally close to the election. And they did that on purpose to try to undercut Ice Cube. But it ain't gonna work. And so, and when it came, and this brings me to my last note, Biden's initiative and even Trump's initiatives for things that he has planned in place, none of it tailored specifically for blacks. None of it, y'all. They say minority this, minority that. Black people are not minorities. We need to separate ourselves from what they're talking about. Because when they say, oh, well, low class this, low class that, minorities this, minorities that, what the fuck does that have to do with black people? We're not suffering from immigration laws. We're not suffering from our kids being in cages. Yes, they are incarcerated, but I'm talking about the cages and stuff. We are suffering from taxes, but we're not suffering from the other issues that everybody's been pressing Trump and Biden about. We're talking about our infrastructure, but we're not pressing them specifically about black infrastructure, black money, black healthcare, black assistance, black communities, black jobs, blackity black. The color of my skin black in the trim of this damn TV. We're not mentioning anything specifically for black people. And that's what we need to understand, is that we need to press every single politician, Republican, Democrat, Independent, or all three combined. We need to press every single one of them to press on for black people. Make laws and stuff for black people. I have yet to see that happen. And he mentioned the 1 Million Man March, and us as black people, it also falls on us, because since the Million Man March, where it was literally about the Bloods and Crips coming together, everybody just coming together, men, women coming together in our black community, I have yet to see that happen again. I really have. The truest form where I've kind of seen black people come together was after the Rodney King sorta and the Crips and the Bloods fully were coming together in a lot of cities. Ever since then, but even then, I still haven't seen us black people on our end come together. And then the other question is when we get this $500 million, we need to appropriate it and put it in the proper, responsible people's hands to get it to the people that actually are willing to want to better their lives. And then train those people. Oh my God. My TV, y'all. Then we need to, come on now. Get yourself together. Then we all need to train those people to be able to then pull in more people to train them. And one thing as a black community we need to understand is that when we have better jobs, better schools, better healthcare, better assistance, better training, better, we can lift ourselves out of the poverty and the mental capacity of what we molded ourselves into be. And we've sequestered and succumbed ourselves to being comfortable with living in poverty and all this crime. We walk down the street and start capping people and shooting at people and yelling and cussing and just acting downright nasty wrong. So I'm blaming us, but I'm also blaming the white man. So it is on us, like Ice Cube said too, to make sure that we're being responsible when we're making this contract and when we're trying to get laws passed and when we get this money. If and when we do, and I hope we do, whether it's the Trump administration does it or the Biden administrations, or both Republican and Democratic and independent parties come together and make this for black people after we press to start making stuff for black people, that we put it in the right black people's hands, not Republicans, not Democrats, black people's hands, So in the rights of black people's hands that are for black people, truly, to be able to help us get out of these hard times. Now, I apologize for keeping y'all long, but I just wanted to get that off my chest. But I want you guys to understand that Ice Cube is working for us. And to get y'all asses out there and vote. Make sure you do so. Make sure you vote with your heart and what you know and not with the opinions of other people. God bless y'all. God bless your day. I will see you guys next time. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Javier Vassal. You can also follow the show, The Analytical Eye Show, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for exclusive updates and things like that. I am not too savvy with the whole thing with having this show and social media, but I'm going to try my best to get that done. Like I said, my websites are coming soon. Merchandise is coming soon. A whole bunch of stuff is coming soon. I've just been so busy with other stuff that I haven't been able to like totally sit down and get started on it, but I am working on it, and it's on my back burner simming right now. It's on the warm. It's on the warmer. I want to thank y'all for watching another episode of the Analytical Eye Show. I will see you guys next time. Peace and love, and remember to take y'all asses out there and vote. You can't be part of the change and complain if you're just gonna be out and abstaining and not voicing your opinion. You know what I'm saying? So get y'all behinds out there and vote. I love y'all. God bless y'all. And Ice Cube, I got your back. And Biden and Trump, let's work together, y'all. Everybody, let's be bipartisan. Like I said, George Washington said in the beginning when he became the first president ever, he said, I'm not belonging to any political party because it does divide us. And look where we at, division. So I want to thank y'all for watching this show. God bless y'all. Cheers to y'all. Have a good day. God bless y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Mwah. And cheers. Hey y'all, now I know I told y'all that I was going to be doing or I believe I mentioned it, or I may have mentioned it. I cannot remember. I've been so busy with things and been so sidetracked. But unfortunately, with the election being so close, I won't be able to grant you guys the wishes that I really wanted to do for you guys. I really wanted you guys to be able to see me react to the vice presidential debate that was between Kamala Harris and what's his face? Mike Pence. Sorry, y'all. Shit, I had to remember his name because I don't even be paying attention to him. All I know is Orange. So Orange is Trump. So I just know that out the top of my head. But I apologize, y'all. But again, I want to thank y'all for watching the first part and the second part of the Analytical Eye Show. Like I said, make sure you guys vote. Make sure you guys stay informed. Make sure you guys are serious in your voting and not just voting for whoever you want to vote for. Make sure you guys are voting for who you want to be in office. Truly and cold-heartedly believe in your heart of hearts and use your gut when making your decision. Your gut can never go wrong because your gut knows you and you know your gut. So peace and love, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching again the first part and this second part of the Analytical Eye Show. God bless you all. And remember, we are all better together than apart. And the true president, healer, and ruler in our lives is God and Jesus, the Christ. Peace and love, y'all. God bless y'all. Again. Oh, yeah, I forgot. And cheers again. Cheers. Gotta get that in there. Bye, y'all. See y'all later.